What's going on, everyone? Corey from Your Car Guy here. Welcome to my shop where I do oil changes, tire rotations, and etc. So today I just wanted to start this video and probably do something a little bit different. So in today's video, I'm going to be changing the fuel filter on my 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham with 164,000 kilometers. I can't wait to start this video. So here are a few safety tips every time you're working on a fuel system. Always wear safety goggles so you don't want gasoline to splash right into your face. And you're also going to need a fuel filter over here, 13 millimeter wrench to loosen up the bolt for that fuel filter bracket. And that's pretty much it. So for this job, there are no tools required to disconnect the fuel lines over here. You only disconnect them by hand right there. They usually connect to the fuel filter right there, these two fuel lines right there. Especially for these model year Cadillac Fleetwoods, the Fleetwood and the Fleetwood Brougham. But the fuel filters are usually located right under the rear passenger frame right there. So let's get started. So in this process, I'm going to place my drain pan over here to catch all that fuel that spills when the hoses are disconnected. Right there. So let's begin. So first I'm going to go ahead and start the car right here. And then I'm going to pop open the hood here. Actually, I'm going to leave the door open over here. Sorry about that. So again, we're going to come under the hood over here and we're going to find the fuel pump relay. So we'll come to the engine compartment and then we're going to find this fuel pump relay or fuel pump fuse. In my case, it's this little red one right here. I'm just going to go ahead and pull that off. And you can hear the engine just stall up. So I'm going to go ahead and crank the engine just to help relieve the fuel pressure. So I'll just go ahead and crank the engine now. Done. Fuel pressure is relieved. Let's go ahead and take out the fuel filter. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is loosen up this bolt over here for the fuel filter bracket. That was really easy. We'll just loosen up the rest of the way. And make sure you have your safety goggles on just in case any fuel splashes out there. And you just want to make sure you have some paper towels ready. Right there. I think that should come out. Not quite yet. Nope. It kind of feels like I'm working on the K car. So you guys might have remembered the last time I changed my fuel filter on my 1983 Dodge Aries with the 2.2 liter 4-cylinder engine, but this is the type of fuel filter I'm changing on a 350 small block Chevrolet. But we'll just place a shop towel over here. And then I'm just going to grab my thing there. And you can see this fuel filter bracket there. And we'll just get that emergency brake line cable out of the way. So that way if I disconnect the lines there, just move that out of the way there. Okay. You have to squeeze these two tabs there just to help pry that off there. And the fuel filter should come off. Hang on. Okay, so I got the fuel lines moved a little bit, but I'm just going to keep my face away just in case. Okay, here comes our controlled spill right there. Okay, place it on the drain pan to catch all that remaining dripping fuel there. I'm going to let this all drain out, but good thing I kept my face away just in case. Okay, so that's even better. But I'm going to check the condition of the old fuel filter once I get it out of there. I'm going to clean my hands with the sanitizer, but it's not a big deal. But so again, you want to make sure you have your eye protection on so you don't want gasoline to splash right into your eyes when you're doing jobs like this. Okay, I'm going to have to raise it up just to help stop the fuel flow right there. And I'm going to go ahead and take off this fuel filter bracket there. And I'm going to go ahead and install a new filter on there. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just take off the those fuel lines right over here. Squeeze these two tabs on the other side there. But trying to get those off there. But yeah, I can't get those off of there. Okay, just hang on. I gotta fix that problem there. Okay, so I was having a hard time getting those tabs to push right in there, so I guess the fuel filter should come right out of it. Okay, there we go. Get the other fuel line off of it. Or I'm just gonna go ahead and check the condition of the old fuel filter and see what it looks like. So this is definitely the original fuel filter that never been removed since 1993. But so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just check the condition of it and show it to you guys there. Okay, so I was checking the condition of the fuel filter, but this isn't the original fuel filter. I was reading it right there. It says Baldwin, so that means it's a Baldwin fuel filter. I was shaking the fuel filter. I can see all that stuff that was dripping out of it. That was all that stuff that was in my gas tank. I'll get a good shot of that. Eventually what will happen is, with a clogged fuel filter, it'll actually plug up and then probably burn out your fuel pump. And it's also going to give you poor gas mileage as well. Okay, I really did not enjoy this at all, but anyways, we're going to go ahead and grab our new fuel filter, and then I'll just probably continue finishing this job. I'll just place my drain pan over here aside, along with the fuel filter, and then I'll just go under here and then just right here. Sorry about that. So now, on the new fuel filter, you can see the direction of the flow. That flow goes towards your intake, fuel injection, carburetor, throttle body, whatever you have. For you to don't understand that, just put it towards the front of the vehicle. So in my case, I want mine to go right from the gas tank through this out into the engine. So I'm going to take the caps off of it, and then I'll just put the fuel filter bracket on it. I want it facing that way. Right here. Okay. I want mine to face that way because fuel flow is very important, but okay. Okay, so I finally got the fuel filter bracket on there. I'm just gonna wait there. Make sure it's in the right way there. Okay. There we go. Now I'm just gonna get that those fuel lines on there. They just click right in there. Make sure they both click in there. In my case, it's nice and secure. Okay. Now we'll just do the same thing for that other fuel line there. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to do is screw in this fuel filter bracket there. I always like to hand tighten it over here, but actually I'm going to check the my emergency brake cable line there. That goes into that little slot there. This emergency brake cable there goes right into that little slot there. But I'm just going to go ahead and screw the bracket in. I always tend to hand tighten it, but so I don't cross thread it. But okay, it's right way. Okay. So we're going to continue over here. I'm going to make sure it's in there nice and secure. Yeah, it's going in there nice and tight there. And we'll tighten that up. Okay, perfect. So you want to make sure that everything's snug over here. Those fuel lines are. It's not that much play there. The fuel filter bracket is screwed into place there. So now I'm just going to go back and plug in the fuel pump fuse, and then I'm going to go back and start the car, and then I'll come back and check for some leaks. So once that's done, you just go ahead and grab your fuel pump fuse or your fuel pump relay, just plug it back in here into the fuse box, and that's pretty much it. So there's one other thing that I want to show you. It's pretty important that you need to do. Don't just jump inside your vehicle and start it right up. The reason is because now there's no fuel in that line. You have to prime up the system. If you don't do it, your vehicle will still start, but you're going to be cranking it a few times before it starts, and that's never good on an engine. So you want your oil pressure to be up there just as soon as it fires. So we're just going to go ahead and turn the key to the on position. I don't know if you can hear it, but the fuel pump just kicked on, and now it's off. Turn the key off. Wait a second. Turn the key to the on position. Fuel pump's running. Fuel pump's off. Do that about 4 times, and that way you've definitely primed up your system. Then your vehicle will start like it normally starts. If you don't do it, your vehicle will just sit there and crank, and then eventually fire. So again, you want that oil pressure to get up there and fire, and you want that engine to start as soon as possible and saves wear and tearing. So now we'll go ahead and start the car, and then I'll come back outside and check for some leaks. Okay, it's running. Okay. Okay, now you're just checking for any leaks. I don't see any leaks up here where the fuel lines connect to the fuel filter. I don't see anything there. And that's pretty much it. That's a job well done. Well guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video of me replacing the fuel filter on my 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. And this process will usually work on the Buick Roadmaster or the Buick Roadmaster Estate Wagon, Chevrolet Caprice, or Impala SS, whatever you have. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Definitely consider subscribing to this channel because I've got a lot of more videos coming up. So stay tuned for that. And if this video is helpful, and if it was, remember to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to stay tuned next time. There's always a lot more where it came from. Take it easy, guys.